Disneyland Paris is the mini-me of its Florida counterpart and a popular destination for holidaymakers from all over the UK. The Biggs family are amongst over 2.5 million British people who pack up their bags every year for an escapist trip to Disney.
Oh, I feel like I'm turning.
The real Paris is one of the most famous cities in the world, known for its food, culture and above all its art. The Garlands are culture vultures who love to visit Paris.
It's going to be cracking.
The Biggs and the Garlands are up for a challenge. They don't know each other, but they're convinced they can show the other family a fantastic time on their favourite holiday.
It's not going to be pretentious.
Absolutely.
It really is not.
We go to Disneyland Paris because it's Disneyland, not because it's in Paris. If they built it in Essex, we'd still go to Disneyland Essex.
Points out of 10, kind of dropping below 0.
Two very different families.
I'll be honest with you, some of the paintings on the wall are absolutely boring. They do nothing for me and I walk straight past them.
Your call is a job.
Two very different destinations.
It's a place that doesn't allow you any space to think.
I love you.
Holiday Showdown.
That disgusts me. There's nothing artistic about that. That's just ridiculous.
The Biggs family live across the Mersey on the Wirral side of Liverpool. That's Spencer.
Fancy, come on in.
Tracy, his mum.
And you can get upstairs and do those face. That's disgusting. Come on.
And her husband Sean, who works up the road as stock supervisor in a supermarket chain. Tracy works for the same company in the call centre, and when she's not hard at work, she can be found planning the next family trip to Disneyland Paris.
What are you doing there then?
In just 3 years, the Biggs have been there 6 times. They're mad for it.
I love Disneyland Paris for the whole experience. I love seeing the characters. I love the ride.
Running around after characters, getting your picture taken with them and all the autographs.
You forget about the bills, you forget about work, the tedium of life.
You won't look stupid, whatever you're doing.
I go out with artists.
East London, the home of the Garland family. Marcel and Tessa are new media artists.
I think Marcel, tiny bit.
Needs there.
They create interactive video works, often starring themselves. Their 12-year-old son Danny is also an artist.
This is a cuckoo rust which I painted in acrylics and with quite a small brush.
Their idea of a great holiday is visiting art galleries.
I think it's very important going on holiday for us. Everyone needs stimulus. Often when we go away we do talk about work, we are looking at art because it's fun. That's our natural, you know, that's our natural way of working, our natural life. That's what gets us off.
The Garlands particularly enjoy the art galleries of Paris. Marcel's even named his East London gallery after the famous Parisian art school, L'École de Beaux-Arts.
As you start to learn the city and discover all the different galleries, there's always something different and it just feels very, very, very vibrant and exciting.
Are you doing the mission or?
No, I'm going to go for the drive.
The Biggs' idea of a perfect holiday is completely different.
We go to Disneyland Paris because it's Disneyland, not because it's in Paris. If they built it in Essex, we'd still go to Disneyland Essex.
One with myself.
They've no idea where the other holiday will be, but both families know where they don't want to go.
We've talked a lot about what holidays we really wouldn't like. I think if you were stuck somewhere very, very sort of like monocultural, I think I'd find that quite hard.
We've talked about what our worst holiday would be like quite a bit, and I think if I had to go to a museum every single day and an art gallery every single day, I'll commit suicide on national TV.
I'd rather stay at home.
Make sure you pack that in your bag because we don't want to forget that.
It's the Biggs family holiday up first, and they're looking forward to sharing their 7th trip to Disneyland Paris with the other family.
Just put it into one of the bum bags because you know we need the bum bags while we're there. I hope they'll love it. I hope they'll absolutely love it and want to go back time and time again. I hope they feel the same way that we feel about it, because it's not It's really hard to describe. It's the way you feel inside when you go through those gates. And the driving licence.
In that bag.
Ben, you got your Game Boy?
Yeah.
And you've been the loo? Yeah.
It's 5 in the morning and the Biggs family are leaving home for Liverpool Airport.
There we go. Right.
I'm feeling a bit excited, a bit nervous. Trepidation, I think, would be the word for how I feel right now.
We're on our way.
It's now 7 a.m. and the Garlands are ready to go, nervously waiting for the text message which will reveal their destination.
What do you think they'll be like when they get it? Do you think they'll be like, oh my god, or yay?
It's got to be a yay, hasn't
Do
it?
you think?
Hey, there you go. It's on the way. Ooh.
Text message. You're going on a roller coaster. Tessa. On holiday in Disneyland Paris. See you there, the Biggs family. Oh, Danny.
Oh, no.
Hey, 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Danny's delighted, but Tessa and Marcel are horrified. They are conscientious objectors to Disneyland.
You and Mickey. There's a sterility and a sort of control around the whole history, politics of Disney that I don't agree with. I don't particularly like it.
I find it a little bit difficult. You know, this whole Disney Americanized world where everything's nice and pretty and plastic. A bit disturbing.
When you're too tense, it's common sense to relax,
The Garlands are on their way, but Marcel and Tessa are planning their getaway.
We still could escape, Marcel.
No, you've seen the film Lady Vanishes. The family vanishes.
It's going to be cracking.
The Biggs have touched down in Paris, and the locals are already getting on their nerves.
It doesn't say any of this on here.
Oh.
Sean has never been a big fan of the French.
Road sense, French haven't got it. Get in the car, head for where you're going, and forget about the rest of them. Just go for it. Ram them off the road if you have to, because they are a pain.
Shouldn't be too long now.
We sort of see a massive pair of ears appearing over the horizon or something. Everyone starts to become slightly flatter.
It's been shiny.
Oh, David Crockett! Oh, I feel Disney. I see the mouse. I see the mouse, baby.
Disneyland Paris opened in 1992. Famously described as a cultural Chernobyl, its mere presence so close to Paris continues to grate with many of the locals. 45 minutes north of the city centre, it occupies a huge area 1/5 the size of Paris itself.
Hello. Hi. Hiya. Check in, please. Yes, of course you can.
The Biggs would normally stay at one of the resort's on-site hotels, but as they're expecting guests, they're booking into the site's themed cabins. One night there costs up to £500 for 2 families.
Oh, yay. Oh, and a lovely little bedroom. So it's just like a little cabin.
All-important TV with the Disney Channel.
What's all that?
Oh, this is a sweet little room. Oh, that's a good-sized bed for you, bub.
The Garlands aren't far behind.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Hi. Have you been to Disney before?
No.
No, never.
It's a porter cabin.
Right next door, the Biggs are waiting eagerly.
What can you say? Are they old? No, they're not old. Normal.
Got a nice table. Nice table. And the view. That's quite wild out there.
Oh, I feel just like David Crockett.
Oh look, we've got our own Disney Channel.
Surprise.
Brainwashing stuff.
Here come the Biggs to meet the Garlands for the very first time.
They're not even peeking out the windows.
Aren't they well behaved?
Aren't they well behaved?
Ben. Go on, open the door.
You too.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hello, nice to meet you. You too. Hello there. Nice to meet you.
I'm Casey.
I'm Marcel.
Hi. Tessa, Marcel.
Sean. Spencer. Hi. Danny.
Hi, Danny.
Coming up, will the magic rub off on Marcel?
It's a place that doesn't allow you any space to think.
And can Tracy persuade Tessa to go on a roller coaster?
I might do it. I'll have a look, but I might not.
The Bigs and the Garlands have just met for the first time at Disneyland Paris. For the next few days, the Bigs will be trying to convince the Garlands that their Disney-tastic holiday is the best. With the Bigs in charge of the holiday, Tracy takes control.
So, we've got food, we've got the money, and we've got the schedule for the roller coaster trip.
Well, we've just met them, which was great. Huge relief. First big relief was they've got a son, same sort of age as Danny, and the other two are great. Really enthusiastic, really into it. Yeah, I'm alright with roller coasters.
You're all right with that?
One direction, I'm good at.
Yeah?
Don't mind forward and round, it's backwards.
Ah, so you like some of them then? You don't
Yeah.
like the test?
No.
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 What about you, Danny?
Yeah, I love roller coasters.
Oh, fab, we're going to have such a great time.
I'll be with you.
I know it's not going to be my cup of tea, but I think it's an interesting experience, so, you know, I'm fine with that. I'm sitting with that.
Up bright and early, the Biggs family bundle up the Garlands and head straight to the gates.
Great, isn't it? You got your tickets ready, guys?
Marcel, it's our last chance.
Now we're officially in Disney.
Straight through the gates and straight into it, wasn't it?
I guess we feel like we're coming home almost, you know, we're comfortable, we know what it's like, we can have a good time, we know it's guaranteed a good time.
Yeah.
Tess looks a bit lost, Marcel. Do you need to take her by the hand?
Having given the Garlands a quick tour, Tracy's getting impatient. She steers the gang towards their very first ride, and it's a roller coaster. Tessa is roller-phobic, but Tracy's doing her best to talk her around.
When we get there, if you don't want to go on it, you don't have to go on it.
Tess gets close, but once inside, she chickens out. Not a great start from the apprentice.
I wouldn't do the first ride because that was far too fast for me. I thought I might come out dead. I wasn't prepared to risk my life.
I want this tighter. Make it tighter. I'm going to come out. What? Make this... Oh, Jesus, 9, 8, 7, come out. Hold on tight, baby.
Hold on tight, there's nothing to bloody hold!
Hold them on. Hold them
There's the first one.
on. Baby.
It won't go down tight, John.
Right, 2 minutes. Are we going again?
Oh, that was excellent.
Get out.
That was excellent.
I need 10 minutes to myself somewhere.
Oh, that was excellent.
The ride hasn't affected Marcel much, but his son Danny is over the moon.
Oh. Oh, yes. Yes, I am the master.
Pumped up after the roller coaster, Tracy leads them straight onto another ride. This time, she takes Tessa with her.
Oh, I feel like I'm turning. No, it's trying to turn. No, it's going too fast.
I'm alright with this.
Look at the guys. Oh my God, look at the kids. Oh, no way. Are you singing? Are you singing yet?
The next ride captures Tracy's imagination, but it comes at a price. a 30-minute queue time.
Come on.
When they do finally get in, this attraction really gets under Tessa's skin.
I think most bizarre experience was the small world. All the figures had these kind of blinking eyes, and that kind of evoked a sort of childhood dream, you know, nightmare more really. And all the figures also looked the same, which I actually found quite disturbing. You know, all nationalities and all the diversity of all the things around the world, they all looked the same.
What did you think of that? Crazy. It's mad.
It was like I was drowning in treacle. It was horrible.
I loved being back at Disney today, but I was really conscious of how the other guys were feeling. But I was feeling it all myself, but I didn't feel like I quite do the same things I would normally do. I was kind of holding myself back a bit today, just to see how the other guys reacted and how they felt about it all.
It's quite an incredible place. It's a place that doesn't allow you any space to think whatsoever or do any thinking for yourself, because every time you turn around it's doing it all for you.
Despite Marcel and Tessa's increasing angst, the Bigs remain confident that their guests can be won over.
I think we'll get 75% success with Tessa, 100% with Marcel, and 110 with Danny.
So are you walking, guys?
Maybe the resort's pièce de résistance will convert the Garlands, the Fantalusion parade in front of Tinkerbell's castle. Running late, they take a shortcut.
We're in the parade.
And Tessa, who hates it all, just for a moment becomes part of the Disney experience.
They wanted me.
He got you, didn't he?
He's got the Disney spirit in now. Yeah. Yay, me and Nicky. He's got the Disney spirit in him. Yeah, he's got the Disney spirit, Dan. He's got it. One day, and he's got it.
It's 10 a.m. and the Bigs have been waiting for 2 hours for the reluctant Garlands to appear.
Guten Morgen. Come on in.
Doors open.
Good morning. Are we having another Disney day? Are you working today?
Yeah, Marcel.
The families are at the resort's film studios and they start the day with a quick photo, but once again the Bigs run into problems with the locals.
More coming.
People walking in front.
We need more people like that.
Can't stand the French, they're an absolute pain in the arse. They ruin every photo opportunity going.
Go on.
Pardon.
Hello, thank you.
Pardon.
Yeah. Let's kiss me as well.
Go quickly, smile, Dan, quick. Thank you.
Hey!
Jesus.
If the French are getting up their noses now, then next week in Paris could be a problem.
So impolite though, aren't they?
They are really impolite. Stand here then, get this a table.
No time for a sit-down lunch, but there's a fast food caravan on every corner.
They only have giant hot dogs.
Oh, Dan.
Usually I'm fairly careful about what Danny eats at home, but here it's very hard for me in this sort of environment to be able to say no to him, you know, because the whole environment's set up to be excessive.
Throw them on the table.
Giant hot dogs.
When we take Danny home, we're going to re-brainwash him, yeah? Give him lots of salad and we'll gradually let him down.
Lovely.
After gobbling down their food, the Bigs are confronted with another half-hour wait to get onto the studio tram tour. Determined to get the artists to react, they're throwing everything at the Garlands with this one. They know that just around the corner waits 500,000 litres of water, fireballs and a thunderous earthquake.
On the upcoming set, they're shooting a scene that's loaded with physical effects. It's extremely dangerous and completely off limits.
Daddy?
Shall we?
Well done.
think they enjoyed the tram tour, but they didn't have much reaction to it. I mean, most people were like, oh, water, fire, oh. It didn't happen. It didn't come. I mean, we were ready for it. We knew what was going to happen. Spen had his waterproof jacket on behind the chair, ready to go as soon as the water started coming down the mountain. They were shocked, but it wasn't like, wow. And it is wow. It just didn't hit them for some reason. How, I don't know.
It's a set piece, and not want to be cynical about it, but you know, you sort of have seen it on TV, and it's the same as that, but closer.
At the end of another long day, Tracy wants to know if the Garlands are enjoying the holiday as much as she hopes.
The whole holiday experience, I've really enjoyed it. If it was just us or our own choice or the sort of politic of it, I wouldn't do it.
1 to 10 Disney experience.
What, the experience with you guys as well?
I don't,
Are you just talking?
Just talking about.
You're just talking.
I don't really understand the Disney experience in that sense. Do you know what I mean? Because it's
1 to 10 Disney experience, I wouldn't do it. It would be low.
It would be low, yeah.
Low.
Danny is getting on so well with Spencer that he's swapping sides with a sleepover at the Biggses.
Bye. Bye.
With 1 day left to turn the Garlands' opinions around, Tracy is taking the group off for breakfast with the big guy, Mickey Mouse. Marcel is dreading it.
You look at them and they're just all smiling. They're just big furry animals. And they're going to be all over the place, sort of doing their bit. So I imagine that they quite like a quiet breakfast. I imagine this is not going to be that.
When you're strange, faces come out of the rain.
They've barely arrived when Pluto spots his prey.
No one remembers your
You're called as a job. These guys just go for you, big time, you know, and there's nothing to respond to or no one to respond to because you've just got this characterisation. And they're very forceful, you know, they come and they're on your lap, they're in your hair, they're everywhere.
arranged
This is the entrance.
For all her objections to Disney, Tessa is just plain old scared of roller coasters, and Tracy still wants her on one. She's convinced that it's the key to the whole experience.
She's been hostess with the mostess, and I do feel that it would be nice, Tracy, to go on. It's not my thing, but I might do it. We'll see. I'll have a look, but I might not. This is.
That's Miles. They haven't got harnesses, and that's as fast as it's going.
I can do that. I can do that.
Welcome to my breakdown.
You know what? I think Tess just got on there without even thinking.
I have my husband on one side, my child on the other, trusting them like you do. And it was fine to begin with. And then it just started like swinging and picking up. And then it started like climbing up.
Welcome to my nightmare. I think you're gonna like it.
It just went from bad to worse, and it was just like, you know, a nightmare. It was just me just being thrown around in this kind of horror world. So I'm not ever going to do it again.
Let's see what the picture looks like.
Yeah, look at the picture. You're not moving. Tess, I think she's just overwhelmed by everything that's going on still. I think she needs more time in Disney to see, you know, what it's all about.
But there's no time left. As the sun sets over Tinkerbell's castle, it's time to say goodbye. The Biggs trip is at an end. Tomorrow the Garlands will announce the destination of the second holiday. Up early for the first time, Tessa and Marcel are raring to hit the road.
And it'd be quite nice to see something that, you know, that you can trust is real. Like a tree or something.
But Danny's been converted.
I'm a little bit sad to be leaving because there's a few other things that I didn't get to do, and a few of the rides that I wanted to do a bit more, a few more times. I love you.
And Tracy's getting nervous, knowing she will no longer be the boss.
Frankly, I am worried about next week. I don't know how I'm going to feel when somebody else is controlling the budget, someone else is controlling the holiday, and it's out of my control. I do like to be in control of what I'm doing.
So hopefully they'll be surprised and also, you know, enjoy the being stretched a little bit. You know, in our way, just like we've been stretched.
In their way.
In their way.
Hello.
Hello.
Hurry up, come on. We're waiting to select.
We reckon it's going to be local Paris.
We've narrowed it down to late mornings because you guys like your lie-ins,
No, just that one, yeah.
and then like an hour or two in an art gallery during the day.
And let's start. All right. First off is, yeah, it will be a challenge.
More mental challenge, I think, than
You might need this for.
Okay, so we're staying in France.
Yeah.
The next phase is where we're going to be staying. Now, I do have a little picture. This is the apartment.
Oh, that will do us nicely,
Oh,
Marcel, darling.
And you're right, yeah. We do love art.
Yeah.
Yeah? And so if we were going to go to somewhere like Paris, we would go and do some art.
In fact, they'll be spending 4 hours a day in art galleries.
We've never stayed in like a European city, haven't we?
No.
We've never stayed in a city, so that will be quite different. It might be hard because it's going to be hot and it's going to be busy.
Spen might get something out of it. Spen might get into art or something like that. I mean, you can call me a heathen and all that for not enjoying artwork, but he might decide that he enjoys it, and that's a start, isn't it?
Coming up, Sean checks out some Vincent van Gogh.
I'll be honest with you, some of the paintings on the wall are absolutely boring. They do nothing for me, and I'll walk straight past them.
And the families try their hand at performance art.
We just crossed the traffic jam.
La mer qu'on voit danser.
Sean has said he would go to Disneyland Paris even if it was in Essex.
Hey, bye-bye, Disney. See you in March.
He's about to discover that it's not. The Biggs and the Garlands are travelling just 45 minutes up the road to their second holiday destination. Culture vultures the Garlands are now in charge.
So you are excited? Yeah? And it's not going to be pretentious.
Absolutely.
It really is not. Art is new.
Well, you know, I think it might be because you are a bit pretentious.
What?
You are a bit of yourself, you know.
Paris, famous for its galleries, romance, and the 12 million locals who would prefer to keep it all to themselves.
Right, we're here. Hang on, we've got to be careful getting out. We don't kill
Very
anything.
careful getting out.
The accommodation is situated in a beautiful old part of the city, the Marais district. It costs around £400 a night for both families.
Excellent. This will do.
An authentic 19th century apartment. It's steeped in French tradition and culture. Paris is a special place for artists Marcel and Tessa. Although they've both visited the city many times, they've never been together as a family.
Right in the centre of Paris. It's nice. It's been a few years since I've actually been here, so I haven't been with Tess. So that's going to be great.
Sean is not so happy to be here. He's got a bone to pick with the French.
Arrogant, obnoxious, full of themselves, and eat snails. Why? And frogs' legs. Why?
Oblivious to Sean's preconceptions, Marcel decides to start the sojourn with a foray into French culture. Food.
So basically we just cruise around the area and we're going to have a look in different windows.
After half an hour of tramping the streets, they find something that looks authentic.
Look good. I think this may be the best place to start.
And Danny the adventurous goes straight for the dish that Sean has been dreading. Frog's legs.
I thought that was asparagus. I thought it was asparagus. Isn't it?
Talk me into it. Talk me into it fast.
No.
Danny, take it off his plate. That's not funny, mate. If it was just like in slices or something like that, I could go with it. It's just like it's half a body, isn't it? Where's the rest of the poor bloody frog?
Sorry, no.
Not for you.
No, you love them. No.
Well done for trying it. Well done.
Yeah. Maybe when you get to the snail, I might try that bit.
Despite their reservations towards French people, after a delicious meal, Sean and Tracy are already coming round.
It's 12 o'clock at night. We've just got back from a meal in a little restaurant in a square in the middle of Paris. Very enjoyable.
I've got my French guidebook. Did pretty well at dinner tonight. Managed to say all the pleases, the thank yous, bit of a can I have the bill and a bit of banter with the waiter who was a sweetie.
Art isn't their passion, but you know that they've got passion in their blood, that they're going to be talking out and speaking, and that for me is going to be the most interesting part of the holiday, and that is the bit that I'm most excited about.
It's their first morning in Paris, and the art museums are beckoning. The Garlands prepare the bigs for what lies ahead.
Today we're going to go to the Musée d'Orsay, which is an old converted railway station. It's very beautiful and it's full of art, so it's kind of been converted into a museum.
But a bit more the challenge, because it's specifically the stuff you said you didn't want to go and do.
When in Rome.
Last week.
The Musée d'Orsay was opened in 1986. Built in 1900, it was formerly a train station. Now it houses an impressive collection of late 19th century art.
It was only opened in 1986.
So, lead the way, my love.
There's no real lead, it's just like, have a wander.
But they never do the eyes, do they? Never put... His eyes always just like a blank.
When I first came here I thought this was a Rodin, yeah, because Rodin tends to be kind of his modelling and things isn't so perfect as these kind of statues around.
Novice Sean comes at the art from an entirely different angle.
The sculptures and that, I enjoyed some of them, but the building itself was just absolutely amazing. I mean, everybody walks past some of that and they're looking at all the sculptures and art and they miss something that's completely beautiful above their head.
Up at the end there with that
With the bigs unaccustomed to being in a gallery, Tessa steers Tracy towards a French classic, Renoir.
There's quite a famous one. This is the one you see on all the picture postcards. The biscuit tins.
Yes, like a country fair kind of scene, isn't it?
Do you enjoy that sort of free, or do you prefer the kind of more realistic?
No, I prefer more like that. That to me is actually a nicer style. Yeah. A lot of those works you've seen recreated hundreds of thousands of times on postcards and in books and in art lessons. So to actually see them up close and personal was a really, really good experience.
Sean finds himself amongst the Van Gogh collection.
This is the first time I've been in an art museum, and it's great so far, isn't it? I'll be honest with you, some of the paintings on the wall are absolutely boring, they do nothing for me and I walk straight past them, but there's bits that you pick up on that you like. We came round, we were looking at this one, and it was things like the stars and the water and where the people are standing. There's all so much texture in it. If it was your own, if that was sitting on your wall at home, you'd touch it, and you would, but here you can't. So, you know, it's just having respect for somebody else's property, isn't it?
And the only thing that did make it sort of slightly different was their feeling of having to be on their best behaviour. Not feeling totally, I know Sean thinking like, oh right, okay, I've got to look after the kids, I've got to do this, you know, we've got to treat this with respect. And yeah, you do in one sense. I mean, it is very much don't touch, but that's the sort of bit of it I don't like as well. And I think the more used you get to going into galleries, the easier you are about how you move around it, how you're perceived.
Having conquered his fear of frogs' legs, Sean is now grappling with his newfound appreciation of art.
Spent the day today in the art museum, which we said back home in our little house we would not enjoy in any way, shape or form, would be our biggest fear, blah blah blah. Big change of opinion. Actually enjoyed myself quite a bit today.
When I go out with artists.
Having enjoyed the old masters, the families are now off to see something quite different. Dead old masters. at Père Lachaise, Paris's most celebrated cemetery.
I know it seems a very weird thing to do on a holiday, to go to a cemetery, but it is really quite beautiful and quite amazing. And there are some amazingly famous people buried there, like Oscar Wilde.
I think there's some Disney characters buried here as well.
Yeah, Goofy's
over there.
Here next to Balzac.
They're looking for famous Briton Oscar Wilde, but he's not jumping out, and the kids are tiring fast.
Get to know them personal.
More modern part. It suddenly opens out into actually feels like a normal graveyard, if you like.
Go to galleries, nothing concerning. I would have a cup of coffee.
After an hour of walking, they finally arrive.
Wow. All the lips.
So, girls, do you feel the urge to kiss his grave?
I don't know.
It's worn off, don't it?
It's just the
Let's see the wax.
It's just the residue.
It's amazing.
Quite Egyptian
I like that.
style, isn't it?
Half an hour there would have been plenty. The kids were bored. 2 minutes after walking through the gate, they were bored. Now, oh, grave, 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 another grave, and a grave.
How big was it? 150 acres, which is massive. So, because I've got a bike and road around it, it would have been a lot easier. Yeah.
Given time off from the galleries for good behaviour, Marcel treats the bigs to a trip up an architectural masterpiece, the Eiffel Tower.
We're walking.
I'm going to take the lift. How about you, Tracy?
Built in 1889, the tower was designed by Gustave Eiffel to commemorate the centenary of the French Revolution. At 324 metres, it remained the world's tallest building until 1930.
I've got these steps. First flight.
More interested, the boys have got their bounce back.
99, 100, exactly 100. Who's the man? I'm the man. Wow. 700.
700.
Yay!
Wow.
I've just been loving it. It's quite incredible. I've no idea how they all managed to run up all those stairs. Okay. My feet are killing me, like I'm on my lift.
On the river.
Dizzy with the heights, Sean finally reconciles his issue with the French. Well, almost.
Today in the Eiffel Tower, a little bit like Disneyland Paris, everybody's like bunched together trying to get to the views and stuff. It is more laid back. I mean, nobody walked in front of you, nobody pushed you around and stuff like that, so I apologise. Okay, sorry. I take it all back, 50% of it.
Oh, she's eating snails. That woman there's eating snails, and they were green.
For Tracy, the woman who'd choose suicide over this type of holiday, it's been a big transformation.
It's been very pleasantly surprising. I think when we said that our worst fear would be dragged around art galleries all day, it was literally looking at paintings all day, which isn't what we've done. This is cultural, it's sightseeing, it's history, it's funky, it's fun, and there are so many things going on.
But there are shocks in store tomorrow when the bigs are faced with modern art. It's the final day of the second holiday, and the Garlands are keen to inspire the bigs with their passion for the contemporary. They're heading towards the world-renowned George Pompidou Centre.
Which way is it, right? Just outside. It's amazing because it's practically inside out. And then inside there's just like more work gone into it.
Built in 1977 and designed by architects Renzo Piano and Richard Rogers, the Pompidou Centre is more than just a museum. It houses art and cultural exhibits, cinemas, a theatre and a library, but it's particularly well known for its escalator ride. Tessa takes charge with some performance art.
Oh my God! Oh, fall off on the other end!
The Pompidou was what can you do formally on an escalator. I mean, the escalator kind of goes up, and it was within a sort of architectural setting, and so people are kind of doing different kind of formal things with their bodies.
I was a bit self-conscious about doing the crazy on the elevators at first, because it's not me. I don't like to be noticed too much. But when you start forgetting about it, I mean, we started having a bit of fun by about the thing of the 4th elevator. It was like, yeah, this is a laugh, this is.
Keep rigid, keep rigid.
After the break, Tracy flips out over an inflated horse.
That disgusts me. There's nothing artistic about that. That's just ridiculous.
And Sean explains the inner Disney.
But by the time you get to your 15th visit to Disneyland, you understand it.
In the gallery.
Inside the Pompidou Centre, the Garlands and the Bigs are getting interactive with the artwork, and they're loving it.
That's really, really good. Wow.
It was nice to be able to touch and feel art, especially for the kids, something for them. You know, because maybe they won't grow up with the idea that art museums are boring and all this, because I did.
Whoa.
The last exhibition of the day is a room full of works about modern life in China. The boys are drawn to a scale model of an old Chinese city.
The Disney castle. It's a Disney castle.
Yeah, they're like so.
The next room is more provocative.
Danny, just come here.
Danny, the young artist, is enthusiastic.
There you
What
are.
does this sort of make you feel like?
It's heaven on a rock place.
I think this is quite a sort of heavenly sight.
Yeah, it is.
Uh-huh.
My favourite exhibit was probably between two pieces, which was the rabbits with wings and the blown up horse.
But Tracy reacts strongly to the same piece of work.
I mean, this sort of stuff to me, I find more of just a one-liner.
Yeah.
Do you mean?
As a what?
It's more, I find this sort
Like
of
a
more of a
gag.
one-liner.
It's like a gag. But I'm annoyed now. That disgusts me. That disgusts me. There's nothing artistic about that. That's just ridiculous. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. It's horses, I'm not even going to discuss it because it turns my stomach.
Personally, for me, I didn't think it was a very powerful sort of like piece. It was starting to deal with issues of globalization, genetic modification, where are we going, do we know what we're going to end up with. I know when Tracy saw it, she had an immediate reaction when we started talking about the issues of what it was actually trying to deal with. She was very open to that, and she was quite interested in the idea that her first reaction was probably, or may have been, the reaction of the actual artist in the first place.
After 2 challenging holidays, the families go their separate ways to shop for their last supper together. Tracy's French has come a long way since they arrived.
Deux baguettes, une pizza au jambon et champignons. Merci beaucoup. Merci. What you two think about tonight?
I'd like to see what they do actually think about Disney, because they haven't actually said much about it, have they?
Tessa said what she thinks.
Yeah, but they haven't said, you know, whether... You know, they said they've had fun and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but that's about it.
It's going to be interesting to actually try and revisit that whole bit.
I'd like them to
Yeah,
be honest
yeah.
about things that they didn't like.
Yeah.
And I think we'll be honest about the bits that we didn't like.
Both families feel they've achieved something.
We've done it. We've done the challenge.
We have.
We've done it.
And we all got the gold medal.
Yeah. And we're still sat around a table together. What do you think of it? What were your best bits?
My best part was probably going up the Eiffel Tower, walking up it.
What was it?
700!
700 steps all the way up.
Have we converted you to Paris? Do you want to come and sit around this side of the table? Come on. We've got space, we've got space.
So, Dan, what about you, babe?
It's been different for you as well.
Probably getting my mum on Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, I think somebody deserves a round of applause for that one.
I was very excited.
The best parts, I think, for me, are the ever-changing shows and parades and rides. And it's the whole thing. There is no one bit that I'd say I love about Disney. I love the whole Disney experience.
What I would dislike is there's a bit too much sugar there for me. It's like I was drowning in treacle.
There's something a little bit sinister that I don't trust. I don't know why.
When you first walk through Disney's doors, it is very much in your face. But by the time you get to your 15th visit to Disneyland, you understand it. Honestly, because you see something different every time. It's like when you read a book for the first time, and you read it again the second time, you pick up on different stuff. Disney's the same, art's the same.
Still convinced that their own holidays are the best, the two families agree to disagree and part as new best friends.
If there's anything I've learned from this, it's to trust my non-cynical side. The fact that people are great.
Speak to you tonight.
Safe journey back. Thank you for last night. Tess and Mars are dead open, they're dead easy. It helped us learn stuff about pieces of work that we knew nothing about.
Tomorrow's fine. I would go into an art gallery now, which is quite a scary thing to say.
Love the Bigs. I think friendship from those guys, that was the main plus for me, was we had a very good social time.
A big hello to you all, guys.
Hi guys!
Hope you're all well.
Yep. Yeah, we missed you loads.
Thank you very much for the holiday in Paris. It was a good laugh. I'd do it again, but only with you guys. I don't think you get me around the art galleries again any other way. I haven't been to any of them up here yet.
Hi Danny, I hope you can come and visit sometime soon, and I had a great time, and I hope you did as well.
It was a really good time seeing you, and hope to see you soon.
And we're going to Disney again in September. Are you coming, Marcel?
I wouldn't pay to go there out of my own pocket again.
No, we will pay.
Yeah, I will pay.
We'll pay for you to go out of our pocket, I see, right, okay.
I will pay.
Just for me alone.
Just for you alone. So you're going to go off with the Bigsies, are you?
Yeah.
Okay.